What? Oh, right. Bracknell here. Lady Bracknell and I welcome you to today's performance of the importance of being earnest. Thank you. Oh, is that all right, lovey? I could do it again.
Did you hear what I was playing, Lane?
I didn't think it polite to listen, sir.
I'm sorry for that. For your sake, I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately, but I play with wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte, and I have science for life.
Yes.
Speaking of the science of life, have you got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell? Oh,
Yes.
by the way, Lane, I see from your books that on Thursday night, when Lord Shorman and Mr. Worthing were dining with me, 8 bottles of champagne are entered as having been consumed.
Yes, sir. 8 bottles and a pint.
Why is it that at a bachelor's establishment, the servants invariably drink the champagne? I ask merely for information.
I attribute it to the superior quality of the wine, sir. I've often observed that in married households, the champagne is really of a first-rate brand.
Good heavens! Cucumber sandwiches. They ordered specially for Aunt Augusta.
Will you be eating them all the time?
That's a different matter. She's my aunt. Have some bread and butter. The bread and butter is for Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is devoted to bread and butter.
And very good bread and butter it is.
Ow! You need not eat it as if you were going to eat it all. You behave as if you were married to her already. You are not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be.
Why on earth do you say that?
Well, to begin with, girls never marry the men they flirt with. Girls don't think it right.
Oh, that is nonsense.
It isn't. It's a great truth. It accounts for the extraordinary number of bachelors that one sees all over the place. And in the second place, I don't give my consent.
Your consent!
My dear fellow, Gwendolyn is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you will have to clear up the whole question of Cecily.
Cecily? What on earth do you mean? What do you mean, Algy, by Cecily? I don't know anyone by the name of Cecily.
Bring me the cigarette case Mr. Worthing left in the smoking room the last time he dined here.
Yes.
Do you mean to say you've had my cigarette case all this time? I wish to goodness you had let me know. I've been writing frank letters to Scotland Yard about it. I was nearly offering a large reward.
Well, I wish you would offer one. I happen to be more than usually hard up.
Well, there is no use offering a large reward now that the thing is found.
I think that's rather mean of you, Ernest, I must say. However, it makes no matter, for now that I look at the inscription inside, I find that the thing isn't yours after all.
Of course it's mine. You have seen me with it 100 times. You have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It is a very ungentlemanly thing to read a private cigarette case.
No, it's absurd to have a hard and fast rule about what one should read and what one shouldn't. More than half of modern culture relies upon what one shouldn't read.
I am well aware of the fact, and I don't propose to discuss modern culture. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk of in private.
But that incomparable expression. As soon as you were kind enough to inform me why you were Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
Well, produce my cigarette case first.
Here it is. Now produce your explanation, and pray make it improbable.
My dear fellow, there is nothing improbable about my explanation at all. In fact, it's perfectly ordinary. Old Mr. Thomas Cardew, who adopted me when I was a little boy.
Where I am.
Good heavens! Lane! Why are there no cucumber sandwiches?
There were no cucumbers in the market this morning, sir. I went down twice.
No cucumbers!
No, sir, not even for ready money.
That will do, Lane, thank you.
Others. Health is the primary duty of life. I'm always telling that to your poor uncle, but he never seems to take much notice as far as any improvement in his ailment goes. I should be much obliged if you would ask Mr. Bunbury from me to be kind enough not to have a relapse on Saturday, for I rely on arrange my music for me. It is my last reception, and one wants something that will encourage conversation, particularly at the end of the season, when everyone has practically said whatever they had to say, which in most cases was probably not much.
I'll speak to Bumbly, Aunt Augusta, if he is still conscious. I think I can promise you he'll be all right by Saturday. But the music, of course, is a great difficulty. You see, if one plays good music, well, then people don't listen. And one plays bad music, well, then people don't talk. But I'll run over the program I've drawn up if you would kindly join me into the next room for a moment.
Thank you, Algernon. It is very thoughtful of you. I'm sure the program will be delightful.
I have a country house, of course, with some land attached to it, about 1,500 acres, I believe, but I don't depend on that for my real income. As far as I can make out, the poachers are the only people who make anything out of it.
A country house? How many bedrooms? Well, that point can be cleared up afterwards. You have a townhouse, I hope. A girl with a simple, unspoiled nature like Gwendolyn could hardly be expected to reside in the country.
I own a house in Belgrave Square, but it is let by the year to Lady Loxton. Of course, I can get back whenever I like, at 6 months' notice. You don't suppose Gwendolyn will become like her mother in about 150 years, do you, Algy?
All women turn out like their mothers. That's their tragedy. No man does. That's it.
Is that clever?
Perfectly phrased. Quite as true as any observation in civilized life should be.
I am sick to death of cleverness. Everybody is clever nowadays. You can't go anywhere without meeting clever people. The thing has become an absolute public nuisance. I wish to goodness we had a few fools left.
We do.
I would extremely like to meet them. What do they talk about? The fools.
About the clever people, of course.
What fools?
By the way, have you told Gwendolyn the truth of your being Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
My dear fellow, the truth isn't quite the sort of thing one tells to a nice, sweet, refined girl. What extraordinary ideas you have about the way to behave to a woman.
The only way to behave to a woman is to make love to her if she is pretty, and to someone else if she is plain.
That is nonsense!
Influence I ever had over Mama. I lost at the age of 3. But although she may prevent us from becoming man and wife, and although I may marry someone else, marry often? Yes.
You are my little cousin Cecily, I'm sure.
You are under some strange mistake. I'm not little. In fact, I believe I'm more than usually tall for my age. You, I've seen from your card of Uncle Jack's brother, my cousin Ernest. My wicked cousin Ernest.
Oh, I'm really not wicked at all, cousin Cecily. You mustn't think that I'm wicked.
You're not, and you've certainly been deceiving us in some inexcusable manner. Have you not been leading a double life? pretending to be wicked and being really good all the time. That would be hypocrisy.
Well, I have been rather reckless.
I'm glad to hear it.
In fact, now that you mention the subject, I've been very bad in my own small way.
You should be proud of that. And I'm sure it must be very pleasant.
It's much pleasanter being here with you.
I'm not sure how you ate here at all. Uncle Jack won't be back until Monday afternoon.
Oh, well, that's a great shame. I'm obliged to go out by the first train on Monday morning. I have a business appointment that I'm anxious to miss.
Couldn't you go from anywhere but London?
No, the appointment is in London.
Well, I understand, of course, how important it is not to keep a business engagement, depending on what to retain the sense of beauty of life. But still, I think you had better wait until Uncle Jack arrives. I know he wants to speak to you about your emigrating.
About my what?
He does!
You are my little cousin Cecily, I'm sure.
You are under some strange mistake. I'm not little. In fact, I believe I'm more than usually tall for my age. You, I've seen from your card of Uncle Jack's brother, my cousin Ernest. My wicked cousin Ernest.
Oh, I'm really not wicked at all, cousin Cecily. You mustn't think that I'm wicked.
You're not, and you've certainly been deceiving us in some inexcusable manner. I hope you've not been leading a double life, pretending to be wicked and being really good all the time. That would be hypocrisy.
Well, I have been rather reckless.
I'm glad to hear it.
In fact, now that you mention the subject, I've been very bad in my own small way.
You should be proud of that. And I'm sure it must be very pleasant.
It's much pleasanter being here with you.
I'm not sure how you ate here at all. Uncle Jack won't be back until Monday afternoon.
Oh, well, that's a great shame. I'm obliged to go out by the first train on Monday morning. I have a business appointment that I'm anxious to miss.
Couldn't you go from anywhere but London?
No, the appointment is in London.
Well, I understand, of course, how important it is not to keep a business engagement, depending on what to retain the sense of beauty of life. But still, I think you had better wait until Uncle Jack arrives. I know he wants to speak to you about your emigrating.
About my what?
Maturity can always be depended on. Ripeness can be trusted. Young women agree. I spoke horticulturally. My metaphor was drawn from fruits. Where is Cecily?
Oh, perhaps she followed us to the schools?
Oh, Mr. Worthing!
Mr. Worthing?
Oh, this is indeed a surprise. We did not look for you till Monday afternoon.
I have returned sooner than I expected. Dr. Chaucer, I hope you are well.
Dear Mr. Worthing, I trust this garb of woe does not betoken some terrible calamity?
My brother,
More shameful debts and extravagance.
Still leading his life of pleasure?
dead,
Your brother Ernest dead?
quite dead.
What a lesson for him. I trust he will profit by it.
Mr. Ernest's luggage, sir. I unpacked it and I put it in the room next to your own.
His luggage.
Yes, sir.
Interfered with my pleasures in the smallest degree.
I can quite understand that.
Well, Cecily is a darling.
You are not to talk of Miss Hyde like that. I don't like it.
Well, I don't like your clothes. You look perfectly ridiculous in them. Why don't you go up and change? It is perfectly childish to be in deep mourning for a man who is actually staying in your house for a whole week as a guest. I call it grotesque.
You are certainly not staying with me for a whole week as a guest or as anything else. You have got to leave by the 4:05 train.
I certainly won't leave you so long as you are in deep mourning. It would be most unfriendly. If I were in mourning, you should stay with me, I suppose. I would think it very unkind if you didn't.
Well, will you go if I change my clothes?
Yes, if you don't take quite so long. I never saw anyone take quite so long to get dressed and with such little result.
Your vanity is ridiculous. Your conduct an outrage. And your presence in my garden utterly absurd! However, you have got to catch the 4:05. And I hope you have a pleasant journey back to town. This bunburying, as you call it, has not been a great success for you.
It has been a great success. I'm in love with Cecily, and that is everything. But I must see her before I go, and make arrangements for another bungalow. Ah! Oh, there she is.
Oh, I merely came back to water the roses. I thought you with Uncle Jack.
He's gone to order the dog cart for me.
Is he going to take you for a nice drive?
No, he's gone to send me away. Oh,
Short time. Pray, sit down. I may call you Cecily. May I not? Oh, with pleasure. And you will call me Gwendolyn, won't you? If you wish. Then it is all quite settled, is it not? I hope so.
Gwendolyn!
Gwendolyn! I mean Gwendolyn.
Of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you, you may. I knew there must be some slight error, Miss Cardew. But the gentleman, now embracing you, is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief. Algernon Moncrief? Are you really called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Is your name really John?
I could deny it if I liked. I could deny anything if I liked. But my name certainly is John. It has been John for years.
A gross deception has been practiced on both of us. My poor wounded Cecily. There's just one question I would like to put to my guardian. An excellent idea. Mr. Worthing, there's just one question I would put to you. Where is your brother Ernest? We are both engaged to be married to your brother Ernest, so it is a matter of some importance to both of us to know exactly where your brother Ernest is at present.
Gwendolyn, Cecil, it is very painful for me to be forced to speak the truth. I said it was perfectly heartless of you! Under the circumstances, that is a very different thing.
That may be, but the muffins are the same.
Algy, I wish to goodness you would go.
You can't possibly ask me to leave. I never go anywhere without dinner. It's absurd. No one ever does, except vegetarians or vegans or people like that. And besides, I've just made arrangements with Dr. Chaucerville to position that quarter to 6 under the name of Ernest.
My dear fellow, the sooner you give up that nonsense, the better. I made arrangements with Dr. Chaucerville myself this morning to be christened at 5:30, and I naturally will take the name of Ernest. Gwendolyn will wish it. We can't both be christened Ernest. It's absurd. Besides, I have a perfect right to be christened if I like. There is no evidence at all to say that I have ever been christened by anybody. I should think it extremely probable I never was, and so does Dr. Chaucerville. It is entirely different in your case. You have been christened already.
Yes, but I've not been christened for years.
Yes, but you have been christened. That is the important thing.
Quite so. So I know my constitution can stand it. If you're not quite sure you're ever being christened, I dare say I think it dangerous you're venturing on it now. It might make you very unwell. You can hardly have forgotten that someone closely connected to you was carried off in Paris this week by a severe chill.
Stage fright. Yeah, go for it.
The fact that they did not follow us at once into the house as anyone else would have done seems to me to show they have some sense of shame left. They have been eating muffins. That looks like repentance. They don't seem to notice us at all. Would you cough? But they haven't got a cough. They're looking at us. What effrontery. They're approaching. It's very forward of them. Let us go into the house. Let us preserve a dignified silence. Certainly, it's the only thing to do now.
With cat-like tread upon that bravery steel, in silence dread, our cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall will be distinctly heard.
This dignified silence seems to produce an unpleasant effect.
A most distasteful one. But we will not be the first to speak. Certainly not.
Mr. Worthing!
For the late Mr. Thomas Gardy, of 149 Belgrave Square, southwest London, Gervase Park, Dorking, Surrey, and the Spodden, Fifeshire, North Brighton.
That does not sound unsatisfactory. 3 addresses always inspire confidence, even in tradesmen. But what proof have I of their authenticity?
I have carefully preserved the court guides of the period. They are open to your inspection, Lady Bracknell.
I have known strange errors in that publication.
Miss Cardew's family solicitors are Messrs. Markby, and Markby.
Markby. A firm of the very highest position in their profession. Indeed, I am told that one of the Mr. Markbys is occasionally to be seen at dinner parties. So far I'm satisfied.
How extremely kind of you, Lady Bracknell. I have also in my possession, you will be pleased to hear, certificates of Miss Cardew's, a birth, a baptism, whooping cough, registration, vaccination, confirmation, and the measles, both the German and the English variety.
The marriage, I think, should take place quite soon.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
To speak frankly, I do not approve of long engagements. They give people the opportunity of finding out each other's character before marriage, which I think is never advisable.
I beg your pardon for interrupting you, Lady Bracknell, but this engagement is quite out of the question. I am Miss Cardew's guardian. She cannot marry without my consent until she comes of age. That consent I absolutely decline to give.
Upon what grounds, may I ask? Algernon is an extremely, I may almost say ostentatiously, eligible young man. He has nothing, but he looks everything. What comment on this platform?
Everything is quite ready for the christening, sir.
The christening, sir? Is that not somewhat premature?
Both these gentlemen have expressed a desire for immediate baptism.
At their age? The idea is grotesque and irreligious. Algernon, I forbid you to be baptized. I will not hear of such excesses. Lord Bracknell would be highly displeased if he learned that that was the way in which you were wasting your time and money.
Am I to understand, then, that there are to be no christenings at all this afternoon?
I don't think that, as things are now, it would be of much practical value to either of us, Dr. Chorlesbourne.
I am grieved to hear such views from you, Mr. Worthing. They savour of the heretical views of the Anabaptists, views that I have completely refuted in 4 of my unpublished sermons. However, as your mood appears somewhat peculiarly secular, I will return to the church at once. Indeed, I have just been informed by the pew opener that for the last hour and a half, Miss Prism has been waiting for me in the vestry.
Miss Prism? Did I hear you mention Miss Prism?
Yes, Lady Bracknell, I am on my way to join her now.
Pray allow me to detain you a moment. This matter may be of vital importance to Lord Bracknell and myself. Is this Miss Prism a female of repellent aspect, remotely connected with education?
She is the most cultivated of ladies, and the very picture of respectability.
It is obviously the same person.
Usual to take the baby out in its perambulator. I had also with me a somewhat old but capacious handbag, in which I intended to place the had written during my few unoccupied hours. In a moment of mental abstraction, for which I can never forgive myself, I deposited the manuscript in the bassinet, and I placed the baby in the handbag.
Where did you deposit the handbag?
Do not ask me, Mr. Worthing.
Miss Pearson, this is a matter of no small importance to me. I insist on knowing where you deposited the handbag that contained that infant.
I left it in the cloakroom of one of the larger railway stations in London.
What railway station?
Victoria. The Brighton line.
I must go to my room for a moment. Gwendolyn, wait here for me!
If you're not too long, I'll wait for you my entire life.
What do you think this means, Lady Bracknell?
I dare hardly suspect your capacity. I need hardly tell you that in families of high position, strange coincidences are not supposed to occur, and they're hardly considered the thing.
Uncle Jack is strangely agitated.
Your guardian has a very emotional nature.
I dislike his sound very much. He sounds as if he's having an argument. I dislike arguments of any kind. They are always vulgar and often convincing.
It's stopped now.
I wish it would come to some conclusion.
The suspense is terrible. I hope it will last.
Is this the handbag, Miss Pearson? Think carefully before you speak. The happiness of more than one life depends on your answer.
It seems to be mine. Oh, yes. Here is the injury it received during the upsetting of a Gower Street omnibus in younger and happier days. Oh,
I am afraid that the news I have to give you will not altogether please you. You are the son of my poor sister, Mrs. Moncrief, and consequently Algernon's elder brother.
His elder brother. Then I have a brother after all. I always knew I had a brother. I always said I had a brother. Cecily, how could you ever doubt it that I had a brother? Miss Prison, my unfortunate brother. Dr. Chaucer, my unfortunate brother. Gwendolyn, my unfortunate brother. Algernon. You will have to behave to me with more respect in the future. You have never treated me like a brother in all your life.
Well, boy, I must admit, though I have been a little out of practice.
My own! But what own are you? What is your Christian name now that you have become someone else?
Good heavens, I'd quite forgotten that point. Your decision on the subject of my name is irrevocable, I suppose.
Well done, Nick Sarsos.
Thank you, Angus Briggs.
That was legitimate.
I only noticed towards the end, and I just started looking directly at the camera and just going, oh!
Mia!
Here comes Mia. Here comes Mia. His trouble. everyone knows. Everyone. Stage fright.
Yeah, I want to be a second. 2017, that's me.
Wow. That's not a real person. Look at that chiseled jaw.
I know, right?
You're like
Calamari
walking
falling.
in this camera.